The $140 Coruscant Guard gunship. It's supposed to retire here at the end of 2025. So should you be grabbing this before it does disappear for good? Let's grade this set out of 100 and answer that question. In 2013, LEGO released this beautiful Play-Scale Republic gunship for $120 US, and it wouldn't be till almost 10 years later that LEGO would release this next similar style gunship, but in the form of this Coruscant Guard gunship. So I guess the big question is the Coruscant Guard gunship going to skyrocket in price after retirement because it was just so popular while it was on the shelves, or is it going to be quickly forgotten? Let's go ahead and take a look at all 5 minifigures first that we get with this set. We are going to start off with these 2 clone shock troopers that we get in the set. Very highly detailed versions. We have had 3 previous versions of these Phase 2 clone shock troopers. This is by far the most detailed that we have seen up to this point. Now, is it the most accurate version of this clone shock trooper? I'm going to leave that all up to you to decide. Just going simply off of the price though for all the different versions up to this point, which kind of does reflect demand. The 2014 version of this minifigure definitely appears to be the one that most people want, just solely based on the price. Now, Chancellor Palpatine is next. He looks really good with this printed dress piece. We have had 3 total versions of Chancellor Palpatine in this dark red outfit, and I definitely feel like this one is the best version so far. Then we come to Padme Amidala. This is a really great looking version of her, especially if you compare it back to her previous Senator version from 2012. This is a significant upgrade in my opinion. And then lastly, we get a Coruscant Phase 2 Commander Fox minifigure, which looks really good as well. I do believe a lot of people wanted to see the visor in black here, which I actually tend to agree with. The black definitely would have looked a lot better. This is technically our 3rd version of Coruscant Commander Fox, but this one is definitely the best by far in my opinion. The LEGO designers have kind of kept with the gray theme on the visor and accessories, basically on all the minifigures up to this point, but hopefully in the future they'll clean some of that up. So real quick interruption to tell you how you can potentially get your hands on a free copy of this Coruscant Guard gunship at my upcoming first ever live stream on Whatnot. Whatnot is actually the sponsor of today's video, and it's this really cool live stream shopping app that allows you to buy and sell in all kinds of different ways, in all kinds of different product categories, including, of course, LEGO. There are all kinds of amazing features on the app, as well as all kinds of amazing deals to be found for products that you're shopping for. So it's really cool, and I'm sure a lot of you are going to be beneficiaries of some of those great deals on my live stream tomorrow, which is kind of crazy to say. Tomorrow, depending on when you're watching this, August 30th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, I'm going to be hosting my first ever live stream. I'm going to be giving away almost $500 in sealed sets, a lot of Star Wars and different themes in the giveaway, and then I'm also going to be dollar starting just tons of amazing LEGO sealed sets away that pretty much cover almost every single theme you can think of. So it's going to be an incredible live stream. I'm going to put a QR code up here on the screen that you can scan, or you can click my affiliate link down in the description below. It does support the channel, so I really appreciate that. But Whatnot with this promotion is also going to give you a $15 free credit just for signing up. You can use that credit in the app to shop my live stream or basically any other store on the app, which is fantastic. Once you get signed up, make sure to head over to my store, BrickQuest, click on the shows tab, and then make sure you bookmark the show up in the top right-hand corner. That way you do get a notification when I go live Saturday, August 30th at 7 p.m. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm sure there's going to be lots of amazing deals to be had. So make sure you bookmark the show so I see you there. And thanks again to Whatnot for sponsoring this video. So now back to the Coruscant Guard gunship, and let's go ahead and take a look at the build experience. This set is going to be 1,083 pieces total, so a mid-sized build. We're going to get 1 sticker sheet in the build, which we will come back to here in a second. I do realize that it was kind of unexpected to kind of get this different color, different version of the gunship, but personally, I've always liked the look of it ever since I first saw it. Just to get into some of the details on the ship, we get 2 ball turrets up here at the front, which do move, and then that leads us up to the 2 cockpit areas on top, which each can open and close and fit a minifigure in each comfortably, which is good. We do get nice little touches of the Coruscant Security Force logo spread throughout the build, which looks nice, but unfortunately, they're all stickers. The other thing that really bugs me here is just the fact that the sticker color is just slightly different different from the dark red Lego tile color. I really wish that they would somehow line up the two colors from the sticker to the actual Lego tile or brick. On both sides of the ship, we get multiple doors that do open up. The ones up here at the front do just barely open up and really doesn't leave you any room at all to play in this area, which is unfortunate. The back doors, however, are better and can be opened up by pushing on this lever, which is very nice and smooth. There is a decent amount of room back here, and you can place quite a few minifigures, which is definitely better than the front. And then you can also open up the back ramp here, which gives you even that much more room to see everything and then place minifigures or cargo in the bay as you wish. I really like the striping and the coloring and really just the overall design of the doors and the ship itself on the exterior. I think that all looks really good, as do the brick-built wings up top. The wings have a really nice downward slant, which I like. There are a couple stud launchers on the end of each wing, which is another nice play function. And then there are a couple large gun turrets up top, which also look pretty good as well. On the back here, we get this smaller gun, which does rotate, which is nice. And then we also get a couple cargo holders that can open up where you can store basically weapons or just kind of any miscellaneous items as you wish. Now, to add to that as well, the designers did add a grab handle on this, being that it is a spaceship and you're probably going to be swishing it around in a bunch of different ways. The grab handle is really solid, which is great. The ship is definitely back heavy, so you kind of have to apply some forward force to kind of make the ship level out or face downward, which is a bit uncomfortable, but regardless, it is solid, can be a lot of fun to swoosh around, and as a whole, I think the designers did a really good job on this set, and I really enjoyed the minifigures as well as just the build experience on this version of the Gunship. Now, is this set just good for play, or is it actually going to look good up on a shelf as well? It's not super big if we compare it to some of the other recent Lego sets that came out, which is a plus for those of us with limited shelf space. I do think this set looks really good, and it's going to make it a great display piece, but I definitely would say as well that this is definitely going to lead a lot heavier into that play scale side of things. There are obviously a lot of different functions on this, like the rotating turrets, the opening doors, stud launchers, etc. So I would say that it performs very solidly both as a display model and as a play model, with a little bit more emphasis on the play in the specific category. Now, as far as the overall value, like I said, this set is going to retail for $140 USD, which is actually cheaper than the 2013 version if we factor in inflation. The older version would actually be a little bit over $160 if it were released today. Now, granted, the older Gunship did have 100 more parts, along with some really good minifigures, and it included a couple super battle droids, but we also get some amazing minifigures in this set as well. The minifigures are already going for a pretty penny before retirement, with a full lot of the 5 costing about $75 or so, and I'm sure they probably will go up as time goes on, but part out value for those Brickling sellers is not great on this set at just over $200, which is substantially less than the retail price if that's what you end up paying. And then the price per piece for the set overall falls in that kind of standard Star Wars range of around 12 cents price per piece. Taking into account the minifigure value though, and the fact that I have regularly come across this set at a 20 to 50% off, I would definitely say this is a good value, especially if you find one of those deals that are floating around out there. So does the community at large like what Lego did by kind of giving us this unique version of the Gunship? The community definitely appears to be somewhat torn on that. We see Geology here saying, still wish it was a regular Gunship. Even though you could swap out the colors, it looks worse than the 2013 version. And I think that's the main thing. I think people were expecting one thing and got another. A lot of people were hoping for something like the 2013 version, but then we got the Coruscant Guard Gunship. The Coruscant Guard Gunship, in my opinion, looks great, but it was kind of more of an expectation letdown. But regardless, even though I think people are a little bit torn, most people still do like it, and that is reflected in the community vote with almost 70% saying like. So here are where all the grades ended up in the different categories. The final grade is not going to put us into the must-buy category, but it is going to put us into the consider buying this set category. I think this set is really cool, and especially if you can find a really good deal on this set before retirement at the end of the year, I would definitely say and recommend that you pick this one up. I think it's a really cool set with some really cool minifigures. Thanks for watching and supporting the channel. As always, don't forget to click on that affiliate link for Whatnot down in the description below. Get your $15 promotional credit, which is awesome. And I will see you at the live stream tomorrow, August 30th, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. See you then.